Oh, come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel.
Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are very well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much on your own terms, in your own narrative, in your own truths that you have researched and discovered for yourself. Because we are in such a unique season where the truth is now out there. The truth has been revealed. The age of revelation is continuing in earnest. So many lies have been exposed, family. And the only way you continue to live in a lie is by believing in it, because belief really literally means being in the lie. And the reason you would do that to yourself, family, is because you've been conditioned and trained to fear the truth. But those are stories for other days. Special shout out to every single person that supports us on Patreon and sends us love donations through PayPal. We are eternally grateful for you, family, and there's an amazing gift for you in the mail. So it has not been lost on me that President Carter his death was announced, or they transitioned him on the rare black moon, the darkest hour possible, the darkest day possible before the new dawn, which happened to be on 30th December 2024, family. The day before the new moon. And it hit me that, was it over Christmas or over Thanksgiving, where we hadn't really seen him? And then he was wheeled out on this wheelchair. I think it was over Thanksgiving or something like that. And he was put on the global, rumor mill, the global news cycle, to try and feed a little bit more from the energy of the people. And I wondered why. And then it was very significant. They said he's died at 100 years old. But I found it very interesting that they transitioned him on the black moon. And it hit me, family, that we are in an age where a lot of these presidents are no longer presidents, but they've been overtaken and overridden by principalities. And these principalities actually, remember the movie, is it V for something? Where they talk about how these aliens invade Earth and they invade the presidencies and everything. And some of them even I think one of them became the president of the divided states and things like that. And it's funny because there's a documentary I was watching, and I've never seen it again. I've tried to find it online, which this MIT, one of those professors, or a Harvard professor, was talking about how cloning had reached such an advanced stage that there would come a time where a population would elect a certain person. And within the first week or within the first few days, that person would be replaced by a clone. And there's been so much talk across the motherland, family, where people can't explain it exactly or precisely. But they always notice that whenever our presidents travel either to the divided states, whenever they travel to the divided kingdom, or even Israel or Rome or France or one of these former colonial nations, they always come back a little different. And they always come back where they're so biased to the Western imperialists that you even wonder if they're Kenyans or if they're Ugandans or whatever, because they're willing to sell everything that belongs to the people for, pocket change. They're willing to be the Judas of their people for pocket change. And when you look at their psychology and the fact that now increasingly a lot of them have children and even grandchildren, we have to start asking questions about, are we dealing with humans or are we dealing with aliens? And so for me, when I was looking at Jimmy Carter, and this reminded me also of Lizzie Dearest, is I feel that when certain people either ascend to the throne, like now William of England, for example, or when they're elected, like in these Western nations, certain principalities take them over. And maybe not just in those nations, but in nations across the world. And these principalities now operate like the way they describe like the Roman gods who lived amongst men and would met out all this thing. And the things are accelerating so fast as the Great Mother, as the Dark Mother returns, family, as she overlays the entire plane and resurrects her children and births ancient ones and ancient souls. It's like these guys have really nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. So when I saw Jimmy Carter being transitioned, he literally looked on his deathbed on Thanksgiving. They could have turned out, you know what I mean? When I saw him being transitioned on the dark moon, I thought, are they yet again sacrificing one of their own? Because sacrificing the chosen ones, the young ones, it's not working anymore. It's not giving. They can no longer do that to perpetuate the darkness in this world. And they have done it every time, from World War I to World War II, to genocides in Rwanda and Burundi, to the original genocides which happened in Namibia and other countries. They've always tried to exterminate a large number of people so that they could perpetuate their agenda. But that's not working anymore. So it could be possible that Jimmy has left now because he had to be a sacrifice at this time, because they couldn't find other, if you know, you know. And when you don't find what they're looking for, what these deals with the devil are looking for, then they will ask you to give up your own. Let me know what you think in the comments below, family. And special shout out to every single person that supports us on Patreon. We appreciate, love you so much. And everyone who has sent us a love donation through PayPal. It enables us to spend more time bringing you the awakening news from across the world with a very unique lens. If you're looking to relocate to the motherland, definitely consider our relocation consultation service. mumbi.seraki@gmail.com is where you can reach me. And if you'd like a spiritual, intuitive Zoom conversation, get in touch. mumbi.seraki@gmail.com. Tuko pamoja. To all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines.